Varon. Joana is the executive directress and creative chaos catalyst at Coding Rights, a women-run organization working to expose and redress the power imbalances built into technology and its application, particularly those that reinforce gender and north-south inequalities.
Hello, everyone. I'll share, let's see if I can share screen. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the slides? Yeah. So I'm talking to you from Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil, under the government of Jair Bolsonaro, unfortunately. And my takes are going to be a little bit about how he got elected and the situation now. Since the elections were in 2018, since then we have seen hate speech, misinformation, data mining being used as tools for political marketing and for political violence, mostly against vulnerable communities, against women, Black women, LGBT people, indigenous people, land defenders. Those tools were already present in the tactics of Bolsonaro elections and remain being used now as tool for him to be in power for government. And now we are going to go to municipal election for the municipalities, and we are observing that more closely. But one point that I want to make is that just as the name of the meeting here, the event, we are all part of one and another. They are also part of one and another. I don't like to divide them and we, but there is a movement of the far right of people that are attacking human rights, attacking social and environmental justice, being with a comprehensive and collective discourse that we need to pay more attention to. So Bolsonaro, a few, like since COVID, the pandemic started, he was saying, this is just a little flu. And then he got infected as well because he doesn't wear masks. Can we see similarities in here? And the similarities of discourse goes over and over. He already during the pandemic, his sons are being investigated for corruption. So a few months ago, he was also saying that he's not going to abide by orders of the Supreme Court. He has the forces of the military, and he was threatening a coup, military coup as well. And we were here all like, oh my God, what's the escaping plan if we need to? What is the fighting plan? And that discourse passed. What we saw is that he doesn't need to bring the army to the streets to instate a dictatorship, to instate an authoritarian regime, to start threatening fundamental rights. As we see now, the Amazon is on fire, our wetlands are on fire, and this is because using the bureaucracy, he could dismantle all the environmental protections for those ecosystems. So he talked flu, little flu, got infected, called the military support against democratical institutions. The discourse are connected, and it's not by chance. This is Bolsonaro with Steve Bannon. This is his son with Steve Bannon, and also Olavo de Carvalho, who is like the thinker that Bolsonaro follows. Those people are talking, and those people are seeing and sharing a strategy to game our media system, our media ecosystem. uh, towards causing confusion, towards bringing this story, this narrative, which is denialist for climate change, which attacks LGBT people, sexual and reproductive rights. It feeds a lot in the incel narrative, in the canon narrative, and I don't want to sound like conspiracy theories, but those we can see that those tactics are happening, while the more progressive field is still not very tuned with technologies, and they manage to gain those technologies.